Welcome back, I am Dr. Ruckus, and today we are playing Esper Legends in Ranked Standard. This deck is super fun to play and has one of my favorite combos out there with Taluz Clever Conductor. It has the ability whenever you discard one or more cards, including off of any of your legendary Kamigawa land effects, exile them from your graveyard. When Taluz dies, put the cards exiled with it into their owner's hand. Pretty sweet if you have Taluz on the battlefield and then you discard the Aganja to pick off one of their creatures by dealing 4 damage to it. It gets tucked under Taluz, and when Taluz dies, you get it all back. Very fun. Pairs really well with Rafine as well, since you're conniving a lot. You get to discard a bunch of cards from your hand, and they all get tucked under Taluz, and once again, when Taluz dies, you get them all back to the hand. That's a ton of value right there. The other combo that's so much fun is with Rata Drabik of Urborg. This card is just kind of a beast to deal with in any kind of Legends deck. 4 mana, 3/3. Whenever another legendary creature you control dies, create a token that's a copy of it. Except it's not legendary, it's a 2/2 black zombie. Very strong, very hard to bash through this board state. If you have Ratadrabik out in any number of legends, every time they kill one of your legends, you just get a 2/2 copy of it, which is quite strong, and I really enjoy it with Urtai Resurrected. You play this the first time, either counter their card or destroy their best creature. Then you can run it into them on purpose, and if it dies and enters the battlefield again via Ratadrabik, you get the effect again, pick off their next best creature. Very satisfying. Some cards I took out, I think last time I ran this deck, I had maybe in the 2-drop slot Ravenman, Ludovic, and Jadar. All of these are pretty underwhelming. Instead, I cut all of them, just put 4 copies of Ashnod Flesh Mechanist. It has a pretty high win rate tied to it, apparently, according to statistics. And honestly, just a 1-mana 1/1 Death Touch with the legendary upside is maybe just better than any of these cards. They're all pretty cute, but I don't think are necessarily better than just having a decent Death Toucher blocker on turn 1. That's the deck. Enjoy the gameplay. Let's dive right in. What goes first is a little slow for us, but Rafine's a pretty good blocker against mono green thus far. Cool, we hit the 2-drop anyway. We'll play the non-pain land first. When it waxes for 2, second forest into the Loam Speaker. Okay. Well, get Dahlia down. It's at least a blocker against the pack leader. Augur of Autumn. Uh-oh. That's always scary. No attacks, though, at least. So how do we deal with the Autumn? We can Urtai Resurrected it next turn. We already have the land. No attacks this turn off the Rafine. Taluz a little bit better early. So we'll drop you. And probably Urtai Resurrected the Augur as soon as we can. We put Dennick under here. Everyone else is potentially... Actually, let's put... really want to Urtai this turn. We'll throw Dennick under here. That's fine. No attacks. Only hesitation is Dennick is cheap. It could fit in to a double spell turn with the Rafine. I think we want to Urtai Resurrect, but there's a chance we want to Drabik instead for some reason. Backup Augur. It's not great. Well, we can pick them both off, I guess. The other option is to just ignore them and play Drabik and try to go bigger than them. Or fly over the top with Rafine. I don't know if that's going to work. I think we try both Urtais. We just trade the pack leader with Taluz. I don't think that's worth it. Okay, pretty awkward. They get an Augur off no matter what. But they don't have a creature with 3 powers. They don't have Coven yet, which is our only saving grace. Still, they're getting lands off the top every turn. Probably have to counter that. No, we're leaving the Augurs alone. Counter target spell. I don't think we can afford for the Defiler to live. We also can't afford for the Augurs to live. And now they have Coven. And they play a creature maybe from the hand. Okay. That's not bad, because it goes with Taluz pretty well. Could play Rafine before combat. If we play Rafine, we can also cast a Ganjo. Okay, we'll try it here. Same with Taluz. Probably get him with the 3/2 as well. It's just better when Drabik comes in next turn. So maybe it's just you for now. Drop up back off Taluz. I think that's fine. See if they want to block with anything. We can get the Aganja thing going. Hope they take it all. Alright. Well, we're starting to assemble our strategy. Just a question of do they pop off faster first. Land off the top. We need Drabik down, and we need the Urtai Resurrected to put in work. Essentially being copied by the Drabik every time it dies. But for now, we can still fly over the top. More land's okay. I think we want to get the Drabik down early, and we could send both Urtai Resurrecteds in there this turn. We're down to 12, though. How aggressive can we actually be? I think I still want you in there. If we attack like this, how much damage are we taking on the crackback? Let's say we go block, block, take 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They haven't shown us a hasty creature. Alright. Let's go for it here. Hold back Thalia. I want to put the counters on the flyer most. And I want them to kill the Urtai Resurrected. Get the next trigger off. Drop off backup Thalia. Otawara we can't cast this turn anyway. Maybe put AO down here. It all goes under the Taluz anyway. Okay. They offer the trade there. We can either pick it off with a Ganjo or pick it off with the Drabik trigger. We might need a Ganjo on the crackback. Let's do it like this. And then we pick off this and also the second Augur of Autumn. Pick off the Augur. I know they can get a creature with a Shaman, but hopefully it doesn't have haste. If we turn off their engine, we still have 3 blockers back plus a Ganjo, so I think we can survive this turn. Pay 4, Surveil 1. Seems expensive. Pay 3, Surveil 1. They sack the Fauna. Can they get there? I mean, we have a pretty big Rafine coming this coming turn. Potentially drop the Shoulder as well. So we're pretty close to landing lethal on them. Silverback Elder. I don't think it's enough. Unless they can cast another creature. And then what? Okay, they get the other creature. Are they going to gain the life? They do. Alright, that makes things more interesting. And they play another creature. Okay. Well, the game goes on then. I think we're picking off the Elder with the Urtai Resurrected this turn then. And attacking with Rafine. Okay. Auto pay here. Down to 11. Destroy the Elder. We like the Drabik around. But we have very good attacks with the Ganjo anyway. I think it's just like this. We can Ganjo the Packloot if they try to block the Urborg. Put everything on the flyer. Drop off you. Do we have anything good down here? We can get back another Urtai Resurrected. That's actually pretty good. Maybe we do that this turn instead. So let's just drop off these 3. They all go under Taluz anyway. Okay, I think we want to keep Drabik alive. Next turn, we can Takanuma and get back the Urtai Resurrected. If we need to pick off something else. We drop to 5. Why can we cast that still? Is it down to 0? Hold on, where's the mana coming from? Oh, they just want to play it as land. Yeah, okay. Alright, they go get another Elder, I guess. No, they get an Autumn instead. Interesting. Maybe they don't have another Elder in the deck? Because we're threatening lethal this coming turn just in the air alone. Looks like maybe they're going for lethal instead? Not sure. They're doing a whole bunch of stuff here. But if they don't win this turn, then we just fly over the top for victory. Nothing has reach so far. Scoop! Okay. Interesting game. Fun one, for sure. So we're on the draw with questionable mana. We need blue desperately. We don't hit blue. We play a Death Toucher on 1. We now have 2 more turns left to draw into that 3rd land. Resolve. They eye the Ashnod. They're not sure what to do with it. We don't have to play a Gondra here because we don't have anything to deploy on 2 anyway. I guess we're attacking here for 1. Opponent continues to read Ashnod. I think they're not sure if they should burn a removal spell or not on it. Alright, well, we don't have blue anyway, so Play you out. Potentially save the Aganjo, though it's unlikely. Alright, they do decide to burn the removal spell on it. Figure they have nothing better to do. They get a Bankbuster down, but they miss land. And we hit land. But we can't do anything with that land because we have no blue. So we're living the sad life. Alright. Cool. Drop the Drabik this turn. They take the draw instead of removing it. Now we can manually tap the Aganjo, play the backup Aganjo if we want to deploy AO this coming turn. It's not ideal, but it might be our best and only play. They do nothing. We don't have to deploy AO. It's not bad, though. I think it's probably better than the alternative. So we'll attack here first. Swing for 3 Vigilance. Go for the Throat. Ward 2. Okay. Alright, well, we get to resolve an AO. So go manual taps here. Play the next Aganjo, I'm sure. Keep you. And deploy the AO. Still bottlenecked on no blue. We take the draw. It's not Invoke Despair yet, at least. I guess we don't know what white is in here for yet. So far, it's just classic mono black stuff. Do nothing. Oh, baby, we hit blue. Let's go. Okay. Maybe Taluz comes down this turn. Do a little draw discard action. Let's see what we see first. Okay. Probably drop off back up Taluz. Cut down immediately. Okay. Alright, maybe Flesh Nod goes under then. We can play Flesh Nod this turn. We could just discard the Denic instead. Alright. Flesh Nod coming down. And they killed. The opponent's just on mono removal here. But we get some value out of this. We'll look at the top 7. Total mana value 4 or less. I think we go Drabik here. And just Drabik. It's pretty good. We could do like Thalia plus Denic, but I like this. Get that value going against their mono removal deck. Do nothing. We have another Aganjo, which we don't really need. We probably just want to drop Shoulder this turn. We could also drop Taluz. Go ahead and attack here first. Could also play the Denic if we want to get the graveyard value before they run out Graveyard Trespasser. Good lord. Extinguish the light. 4 mana, destroy target creature. Planeswalker, if its mana value is 3 or less, you gain 3 life. Okay. I got nothing for that. Sure. Alright, I'm swinging for 1 here. How do I get rid of this? Okay. Probably drop the Shouldered into card draw. I think that's fine with me. We'll be a little sad if they Graveyard Trespass, pick off the Denic in the graveyard. But I like getting this online into the Bankbuster draw. Alright, mono removal, continuing to press on. Yeah, I think we just go Denic this turn. We could also go Adeline plus Taluz. Denic's pretty good into their mono removal, though. Maybe we actually just play you out. And end here. Alright, they take their Bankbuster draw now that Shouldered's gone. They really are. Maybe they just splash Path of Peril for a sweeper. They have no win cons, only removal. And they have an underdog. Alright, that's potentially a win con. We do have a flyer, though. And another underdog. Okay. Rafine's very good in general. We should play Taluz first. Do we have the blue? No, we only have 1 blue total. Rafine's very good here, though. I think we go Rafine and then Adeline later. So we'll start like this. Attack for 3 in the air. Get the Connive going. It's actually blue. It sucks because if we had the Taluz down, we could get the value out. Technically, we don't need more blue right now. Let me put you under and try Taluz next turn. Okay. And I think we play out a Ganjo and Adeline. That's fine. Yeah. Keep you. Adeline's also a pretty good blocker. And she's going to be pretty chunky going forward. And we'll see if the double underdog has baited us into the next sweeper. And they just run back underdogs for the rest of the game. Totally possible. We at least get a little value off the Denick, though. Liliana, sack a creature. Who goes under the bus? I think the Adeline might. I like the Rafine a lot. I like both flyers a lot in general. Yeah, I think we drop Adeline. Get the investigation trigger. Opponent goes aggro. I think we take this free block. Man, if they have a Ganjo, let's see. They can't pay the ward. They don't have any legendary creatures. So I think we take this quote-unquote free block. Looks like no stick there. They take the Bankbuster draw. Ao's good. Telez is interesting. She's a very good blocker because we get back all the value this turn. We're kind of almost dead. I like Telez here a lot, though. Plays well into everything they're doing. Okay. Just the Plaza's fine. I think we're going face. They had no stick, right? So I guess we put it on the... I think we put it on the Denick. I think we like keeping Rafine around. Okay. Drop off some creatures. We don't have enough blue to play, the backup Denick anyway. So we hit for 6. And we probably don't need to play this land. We can discard it to Liliana if they want. They crew 3, let's see if they can find lethal. It's definitely possible. 2 attackers. Let's take this draw first, see what there is to see. Or tie. So 10 damage. I think we should block here, in case they have Invoke Despair. So if we block like this, we take 7, drop to 5. Means we still live off Invoke Despair. So I think that's fine with me. Okay. Down to 5. What else you got? Get the investigation. And we get back all these cards. Path to Peril. Destroy all creatures. Okay. And they take the free plus. We'll drop off the wastes here. And they take the Bankbuster draw. What a game. 6 mana available. We could pick off the Resurrect. We could pick off Liliana now. I think that's fine. Before they minus. Okay. They got 3 cards in hand plus another draw off the Bankbuster. They could totally get there this turn. Underdog, not hasty though. Extinguish the light, they get life. So they're out of lethal range. They can attack with another hasty underdog though. Which is what they do this turn. And they drop us to 1 here. Okay. We're chumping either way, so we might as well chump here. And drop to 2, actually. Looking pretty close to game here. This does not allow us a double spell. We could take a draw. We lose off of this. So we need to do better than that. They have 10 mana, so they can cast back both underdogs. Yeah, I don't think we can win from here. So we hit more lifelink. Sheoldred does not do it still. And even more lifelink probably isn't enough. Take 1 more draw, but I think they got us here. Dahlia's not enough. Okay. Good game. They cast both underdogs and swing for victory. On the play with a curve. We'll try this out. Get her tap non-pain land down first. Rafine's Tower. Little Esper Showdown. Let's see if we can tax them out of some of their stuff. We got turn 1 cut down or not? No, looks like not. Okay. Gonna attack first. That Taluz, maybe put backup Taluz underneath. Cut down immediately. Okay. Still get the connive off. And yeah, we'll still drop off one of these guys. That's fine. Interesting that you'd burn the cut down on Taluz instead of Thalia. You'd think Thalia might be a little bit scarier. I have an insight. I think we let that go. We don't have to counter anything. You can just play it as a 4-mana 3/2. Alright, we'll see what they get here. Fourth land. Yeah, we'll flash you in anyway. Just to keep the pressure on. Choose up to 1. Let's not destroy one of our creatures. Untap into Shouldered. Okay. Can probably attack here first. See what they want to do. Swing for 5. If they run counter spells, Taluz is the better play. If they are trying to sweep the board, AO is a little bit more annoying to deal with. They left all their mana open this turn. It's more likely they have a counter here. Let's try Taluz instead. Alright, survives through Make Disappear. Get the draw back up, drop off the land. Maybe they just run back Siphon Insight this turn. They do. Now, we don't have any sweepers in our deck for them to take, so they can only really get a blocker here. Okay, Shouldered it is. Probably double spell, play our own Shouldered. We don't have enough black, though, to double spell. Okay. I think we just drop you. And no good attacks, really. At least we offset the Shoulder, though. Sunset Revelry. Okay, that matters for them. I guess we're down to trade our Shoulder with their Shouldered. Problem is they probably run a Ganjo, and they could block ours for free. Double block, and then, I don't think that's worth it. I think we try an AO first. If they counter this, no stick there at all. Okay. Interesting. They still might have a Ganjo, though, and I don't want to throw away Shouldered. We get the Death Toucher down. I can at least get in. I think no attacks here. Yeah, no way to know if they have a Ganjo in hand. There's a Ganjo in hand. Okay. Not sure how many they run. Farewell. Okay, that's cool. Well, probably game. Soul Partition. Okay. That's not bad. We'll play you out under Make Disappear. Use a hard counter on it. Okay. Well, I mean, we continue to hit threats, theoretically. We're not top decking land. Danik survives the sweeper, as long as it's not exiled via counterspell. It's actually okay. Maybe they run back the next farewell. Wandering Emperor now. Just to make a blocker. Interesting. Soul Partition again. Still costs 4 now. Plus, are they going to attack us? Alright. No blocks. Down to 11. Does have Vigilance. Backup Thalia ain't it. Just play you out regularly. We could do something like attack with the Denic, have it die, play it back for 4. But I don't think I want to do that. No attacks here. Well, we're a little bit brick walled for the time being. I mean, that farewell setup was pretty good. They did have the Agandra, so if we had attacked with Shoulder, they probably would have killed it anyway. Go for the throat. Okay, now they have 4/4 Vigilance for a Striker. Backup Denic. Okay, we can attack with the first Denic, get the lifelink. Play it back for 4, play a backup Denic. Or even, Thalia. Okay, 3/2 acquired. We still can't really block because that is going to have first strike. And I'd rather tax them, overplay out the next Denic. Plus here. Cut down the first Denic. Swing for 5. Okay. Down to 4. They're well out of our own Agandra removal spell range. Yeah, I think I'm about down to scoop. They got us on the farewell turn. I don't need to waste your time. On the play, no 1 or 2 drops. We don't actually run a massive density of 1 and 2s. Okay. Start here. Might have to play out Agandra to hit double white for Adeline on 3. Mono red. Mono red Kumano. Okay. So you don't have to play Agandra here. But we do get to take some fun damage. What is his name looking like? Malzahar. Maybe from League of Legends, or it's probably a famous name for something else too. Phoenix Chick comes in as a 2/2. At least it's not a 2-drop per se. Swift Spear as well. All right. They're off to the races. Adeline is at least a decent blocker here. Do we block into the Swift Spear is the question. Chandra. Okay. Well, they could still play with fire if they plus here. How sad are we if they play with fire this? Otherwise, we take 4, 5, 6, 7 damage, drop to 7. Play Dravik or Shouldered next turn. I think we go no blocks, and then we have to be trading. Drop to 8. Let's see if they have the play with fire. Down to 7. It's an Epicure down to 6. Looking a lot like dead here. Play the Dravik, block, take 3, 4. Shoulder gets his life, which is more important. And we might as well attack because we get a free attack here. With Vigilance. Send the 1/1 there as well. Okay, they trade there. We drop Chandra to 1. And let's see if they win this turn. Decent chance they get there. A lot of combination cards get there. If they don't, we could steadily gain life, but it's going to be tough. Lightning Strike face. That looks a lot like lethal to me. They get the Phoenix Chicken and then plus the Chandra for the last 1 damage. So that's game. And they have the extra Lightning Strike anyway.